What is up, guys? In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to go about getting referrals from insurance agents, specifically from State Farm. Guys, if you own a restoration company and you want to get more water damage referrals into your business, specifically from insurance agents, you do not want to miss this video. Let's go. All right, guys, so as we get started, do me a favor, go ahead and hit the like and the subscribe button and drop a comment and let me know where you guys are tuning in from. So here's what we're going to cover in this video today. Number one, what makes State Farm agents unique? Number two, what is it that we like about State Farm specifically? Number three, what is it that you need to know about State Farm agents? Number four, what did we do to get referrals from State Farm specifically? All right, first off, so what makes State Farm agents unique? Well, the first thing I'll say, it's how they handle their book of business. Now, with many other agencies, like an independent, they will take the book of business and that agent will be able to sell that book of business to another agency, okay? That's normal, especially for independents. And I'm not sure how Allstate does theirs. I think they can sell their book too, but State Farm, I know what they do unique is this. The agent is not able to sell their book of business. State Farm actually takes the book of business back from them, okay? And then they'll split it up against other new up-and-coming State Farm agents. So that's what's very unique. They don't allow them to sell the book of business. Rather, they take it from the agent as they're retiring and they give it to younger agents. That's very important because we'll talk about in a minute how we use that to get in front of them. But all you need to know is this. You've basically got a 55 or 65-year-old agent that's ready to get out of the game. Let's just say they happen to have 10,000 homeowner policies. What State Farm is going to do is take that entire book of business and then they're going to promote two up-and-coming young agents and they'll split that 10,000 book with two different agents, okay? So this is what's really unique is because you'll wind up getting two, let's say 30-year-old agents that are very young, never ran a business, okay? They need a lot of help in a lot of facets. They've worked for State Farm before, but here they are, new young business owners with an active book of business, okay? And that's important because that's who we're gonna call on specifically later. But just know this, what's unique is they don't allow them to sell it, they take it from them and they give it to new State Farm agents. And we use this to get in the door. This is unique to State Farm, at least as far as I know. I don't know of another agency that does it this way. So number two, the second thing that's unique about State Farm is they run in packs, okay? State Farm agents, like technically they compete, right? Because they're trying to sell insurance and it's the same brand of insurance. But for whatever reason, dude, while they're competitive or while they compete, they're like friends. It's weird. It's like American Idol, right? You got the contestants on the show or on The Voice. While they're competing to win the prize, they're also best friends with each other. And I guess it kind of makes sense because like the only people that understand what it's like to be a State Farm agent is other State Farm agents. I'm just telling you this. State Farm agents run in packs, okay? That's another thing that makes them unique. Independent agents don't run in packs. Farmers agents don't run in packs. Farm Bureau, they don't even like people, you know, like, but State Farm, they're always very warm, fuzzy, friendly. They're always out and about. State Farm agents are the closest thing to real estate agents that I've ever seen. So the third thing that makes State Farm unique is the way that their corporate sets up their Google My Business or their GMB. They're all set up exactly the same. Let me see if I can find one and show you. So if you notice, they're all set up exactly the same. It's the name dash State Farm Insurance, okay? Every single one. And the reason why this is important is, well, for a few reasons. Number one, they're consistent and they care about Google reviews, okay? If corporate did not set them up this way, then they wouldn't have such a good Google presence. The State Farm has a very good internet presence, okay? And we use this again to our advantage, but just know this. Corporate sets up their GMB, they're all the same, and they rely heavily on Google reviews and an online presence, and we love that because I'm gonna show you in a minute how we go about building the referrals with the agents. All right, so this brings me to my second point. What is it that we like about State Farm specifically? First off, they have a huge market share. Like State Farm's probably the biggest insurance carrier that I can think of. Think about it. If they do the NBA or college football, like the big three is going to be like Allstate, State Farm, and probably like Liberty Mutual family, okay? Because Liberty Mutual, they own several other smaller agencies like Geico, Progressive, and so on and so forth. But State Farm has a huge, huge market share. If you're watching this video right now, State Farm's probably in your market. And why is that important? Because if you can learn how to get referrals from State Farm agents, you can learn how to do it anywhere in the country because how you do it in one market is going to be how you do it in all the markets. It's just like plumbers, guys. So we like State Farm because they have a huge market share. The second thing is they are a very well-oiled machine. It's a well-ran company. Again, we talked about their Google My Business, how everything was organized very, very well. They have a 1-800 number, a mitigation department. Here's the thing, guys. When it comes to learning how to get paid for water damage restoration, insurance companies like to pay you less. They kind of have to. They have a fiduciary responsibility to pay less for a claim to their shareholders, right? They owe it to their shareholders. Here's what I'm saying. A big company, they have a defined strike zone. And when I know their strike zone, then I know how to write my estimate to get paid. Now, I'm not billing for things we didn't do, and I'm not doing things that are illegal or unethical. I'm telling you this, every insurance company works to whittle down your estimate and your invoice because that's what their job is, right? Their job is to pay as little as they can for that claim. And the problem is that is in direct conflict with the insured, the policyholder, and you, the contractor, okay? So we don't want that. So here's what I'm saying. You got to learn how to write your estimate the right way so you don't get your estimate all cut up to shreds by these insurance companies. And a big company like State Farm, they're so big, they have a very defined strike zone. And once I know the strike zone, dude, I know how to get out of there, okay? So that's why I like them a lot, is because they're easy to get paid on. And if you guys are struggling to get paid from State Farm, bro, you're doing something wrong, especially for water damage. You need to go to workwithshane.com and let's get on a call and I will show you how to fix that. Because, dude, State Farm, easiest ones to get paid by, for sure. So it's a big company and they have a well-defined strike zone. We talked about that. The other one is this. They rely heavily on Google reviews. And again, I'll show you how we're going to use this to our advantage in a minute because we get them Google reviews, okay? But these are the things that we like about them, okay? It's a big company, well-oiled machine. They have a well-defined strike zone. They do things consistently, and they like Google reviews. These are things that I love about State Farm. And the last thing is this. They run in packs. Remember we talked about, like, once you get in with one, you can get in with many. So that's why I love State Farm. These are unique things about State Farm. All right, so here's a caveat that you need to know about State Farm. They may be good for one job type. Like for me, I love them for water damage. They can be great for water and horrible at roofing. Okay, and that's really going to vary market to market based on the adjuster. You guys might have a local adjuster in your market that does roofing that you get along with. That's fine. But a lot of these insurance companies, they will allow their field adjusters a lot of power when they write their estimates. And if that guy doesn't like you or doesn't like how your company does business, he can consistently be a thorn in your side. So here's what I'm telling you. State Farm, or just any insurance company for that matter, you may do well with water, you may do horrible with recon, you may do well with mold, and you might do horrible with roofing, okay? So just be mindful of that. The things that I like for State Farm is specifically for water damage, okay? Because if you guys don't know, I help you grow your company water damage, right? That's why we like that. And I mentioned this to you because we did a lot of recon too, and we did mold. I mean, we started our business doing reconstruction, not even doing mitigation. When we did that, we didn't necessarily love State Farm, okay? They were fine, I guess, but like they weren't by far my favorite when we were doing recon. When we got into water mitigation, they became my favorite once we learned how to get paid from State Farm. So I love them. So here's the reason why they're good for water. In case you guys don't know, they have like a 1-800 number, like a State Farm fire claims email address you send it to. They filled all their mitigation through the same department. And again, that goes back to knowing what the strike zone is. And once I know what their process is, dude, I know how to get paid, okay? And so that's the reason why I like them, is because, like I said, when they do everything the same way every time, I know how to throw my strikes around the corner, okay? Now, this brings us to the good part. So what did we do to get referrals from State Farm? Well, guys, if you remember earlier, we know that they've got a big online presence, right? And they're big on Google My Business. So what we do is we go get them Google reviews. So let me show you. All right, so if you can see this here, Matt Cole has 493 Google reviews. Guys, you don't accidentally get 493 Google reviews. It's easy to tell which ones care, which ones don't. The younger agents like Matt, and I actually know Matt personally, he's a guy that moved to town from Arkansas, got a book of business, and boom, in just a handful of years, 500 Google reviews, okay? Now, conversely, you've got old Ed Underwood right here with 46. I know Ed too. This guy was a freaking douche, man. 46 Google reviews. He's an old gray-haired dude. Here's my point. The old guys don't really care about Google because they've already got a seasoned book of business. The old people don't care because they've already got a seasoned book of business. Matt cares because he's looking to grow, okay? Ed doesn't because he's already got his book of business. So that's why they don't chase to get more Google reviews, right? 493 versus 46. Matt wants Google reviews. Ed doesn't give a crap. Literally. Probably can't see the screen. Caroline Pistol, I mean, you don't accidentally get 109 4.9 stars, right? So she probably cares. Anita doesn't care. 28 Google reviews, doesn't care. Chris Woodley, 83, he really doesn't care. George Meeker, 145, but Cody Wheeler, 128, they like Google reviews. Jordan Drake probably doesn't. And some of these may not be in good context because some of these agents, I don't know, they could be new to the game, okay? But here's my point. They all have it the same. They all have high numbers of Google reviews. And let's look at that in contrast to Allstate, okay? Allstate has 16 Google reviews, 15 Google reviews, 34, it's probably a lot for Allstate, 4. You see the difference? The reason why Allstate does it, they have their own internal rating system. I don't know what they're thinking, they're stupid, okay? So I'll just show you what they do. Like Amanda has 16 Google reviews here, but then once you click on her website, they have this internal review system, and she has 207 here. Like, dude, if you're an Allstate agent, nobody cares what you call yourself on your rating. They care about Google reviews. That's where Allstate's delusional. They're just dumb. State Farm is not. State Farm understands the power of Google reviews, and that's the reason why I like State Farm better, okay? All right, guys, so again, I said we gave Google reviews, so here's was our secret sauce. So what we would do, every time we would get a water job, we had this thing called the least we can do process. We had a little placard here, okay, and we put a gift card and it said, it's the least we can do, okay? And the whole purpose of it was this. We would send that card out to the customer, we take a 5-star selfie with the customer, and then we would get the agent a 5-star Google review, okay? So here's what I'm saying. The reason why this was effective is it did 3 things. Number 1, these agents love Google reviews. We actually use that gift card. So anytime we get a water job, we would take like a $20 or $30 gift card to like Olive Garden or Chuy's, exactly, because I love tacos. So I would send them to my favorite Mexican restaurant, Chuy's, and we give them like $30 of tacos. And we would say, hey, your agent is sending you to dinner on their behalf. And then so we would have the agent's card underneath it. So it was the gift card, the agent's card, and it was on a placard called the least we can do process, right? Once we did that, we'd say, hey, your agent's sending you dinner. Isn't that cool? Are you happy with your agent? And then we would have them leave their agent a 5-star Google review. Now, there's some inner workings we had to do. We had to copy and paste the agent's Google link and all that stuff. It was hard work, right? But it worked. And here's my point. The agents love Google reviews, guys. And then we would take the 5-star selfie and we'd show the agent and tag them on social media. If you are willing to do things that nobody else is willing to do, you will get things that nobody else will ever get. This is super easy, guys. Once you find a State Farm agent that wants Google reviews, all you got to do is go get them 5-star Google reviews, and they will start sending you all the stuff that you want. That's exactly what we did. Now, that was one of the reasons why we love State Farm agents. Again, because they relied heavily on their Google My Business. They love Google reviews. We would send our customers out to dinner on behalf of the agent, get them a 5-star Google review, and then take a selfie. It's called the least we can do process. And that's what worked, guys, and that's gangbusters. If you want to know more about how to do this stuff, go to workwithshane.com. We can hop on a call. So hopefully this is helpful for you guys, right? This is what we did at my company. I got other clients that do it, and I want you to do it too. That's the reason why I'm telling you for free. But if you want help doing it, go to workwithshane.com. So hopefully that's helpful. We'll see you guys in the next video. Hey guys, if you enjoyed that video, I've got 3 things for you. Number 1, if you haven't yet, click on my face below and be sure to subscribe to the channel. Okay, we put out new content each and every week. Also, if you want me to help you grow your company, go to workwithshane.com. Workwithshane.com, put in your information, we get on a call and see how we can help you grow your company. Lastly, there'll be some other videos right here. If you want to watch more content about growing your restoration company, check out one of these videos. We'll see you guys on the next one.